The gentleman from District.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I ask unanimous
22.
consent to dispense with further reading of House Bill 270.
Heard the request. Is there an objection? Hearing none, the gentleman has the floor to begin the debate on House Bill 270.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. House Bill 270 is designed to make sure our elections are fair and that all sides on issues get the same access that the other sides would. And so the intent of it is to prevent funds or properties from being used by a government entity to influence the outcome of an election. And so if you want to kind of follow through on the bill, what it does and what it doesn't do, easiest is to look section by section. And so in section 74603 states that public funds and or property may not be used by a government entity, its officers or agents in supporting, opposing, or promoting a bond or levy election, except as provided in subsections 2, 3, and 4. And so 2, 3, and 4 tell you what you can do, essentially. And subsection 2 there, it talks about informing the voters as far as what the election is, how the bonds or levies are set up, and anything else that's required by code. So that else is referenced in there and indicates just basically that public funds and properties may be used to inform voters of election-related information, including but not limited to, and then it kind of goes through the list there. In subsection 3, it also talks about that nothing's going to prohibit us from providing additional information, such as the $100,000 per levy election. So you kind of have an idea of where that's at. That was not required in code, but you'll notice that that information is put on a lot of bond and levy elections, and so we wanted to make sure that that also was included in there. And then in subsection 4 is kind of, I think, one of the most important sections there, because it says that nothing in this chapter will prohibit individuals from using public grounds or facilities that are available to the general public for political purposes, nor does it prohibit public employees or elected officials from exercising their free right to speech and advocating for or against a bond or levy election. So it makes sure that whether you're a government employee or you're an official or an elected official, you still have the rights that is granted by our Constitution. We made sure that we carefully crafted that language so that there wasn't any misconstruing that information. And then we've got a section on violations there in 74604, and 74605 is the validity of challenging those elections. Mr. Speaker, this is kind of a hole that we had here in our laws here in Idaho, that there was not a specific law that prohibited this. There is a case law back from 2005 where the Supreme Court had a ruling, but case law necessarily doesn't have enforcement aspects, doesn't have any provisions for violations as well, and so it was necessary that we have something here in Idaho. Looked around the surrounding states that we had around here and noticed that every state around us has something like this in theirs. Some of them have more stringent requirements, some of them are less stringent. But Washington, Oregon, Utah, Nevada, Wyoming, Montana, Colorado all have similar prohibitions from this. And so I felt it was important that we had something in statute that kind of outlined what we all kind of generally know and feel, that public money should not be used by the government to advocate for the outcome at the ballot box. We all kind of understand and know that's the case, and so I thought it was appropriate that we put something in statute here. And with that, I ask for your green light, and I'll stand for any questions.